And new on ABC 17 News at 5, a University of Missouri committee focused on First Amendment rights is set to release final suggestions on how the university can clarify its policies involving campus protests and the use of public space. The committee was established back in January to help the campus better understand First Amendment rights after last fall's protests.
ABC 17's Sarah Massler-Donar spoke with members about the suggestions. And Sarah, the report will suggest ways to clarify old rules or even enact new ones.
That's right, Lindsay. Back in the fall, it wasn't clear what was allowed or not in relation to the protests that happened here behind me on Carnahan Quad, including camping out or who could be where at what time. So I'm told these policy suggestions are going to clear that up. Last fall's protests at the University of Missouri left people confused and angry about how First Amendment rights are treated on campus. So much so that in January, Interim Chancellor Hank Foley and Faculty Council Chair Ben Trachtenberg decided to create a committee to address the confusion.
It contains faculty, including some of whom are First Amendment scholars. It includes students. It includes staff, such as the Chief of Police.
There are few places on campus where free speech is prohibited, but the final report will suggest a concise way to get the word out about it.
So one of the purposes of this committee is to make it more clear what's allowed, where and when, what things you need a permit for, where you get the permit, how you reserve space.
In the report could very well address the question surrounding last fall's so-called tent city. Can students camp out overnight? And according to a university policy that was not enforced in the fall, they really can't.
And if people are unhappy with that suggestion, we can talk about what would be the consequences of not having a rule like that, or what kind of rule we could have that protects people's rights to be out and about getting their message out, while also protecting the university's ability to regulate its property and public space.
After these suggestions are released,
wait until the fall to do additional public forums so that students and other people who might be gone for the summer have an opportunity to speak about it. And only in the fall are we likely to actually try to enact some rules that both the faculty council and the administration can be happy with.
now that policy that prohibits people from being out overnight, it doesn't specifically mention tents. It mentions students that could be sleeping in cars or whatnot that could be a public health and safety concern. So, of course, I reached out to university spokesperson Christian Basie to find out why, if that policy was in effect, why wasn't it enforced in the fall? He said that all he knew was that it was under review, but he told me to reach out to MU Police Chief Doug Schwant, and I did that, but he did not return my call today. Reporting live here on the University of Missouri campus in Columbia, Sarah Massler-Donar, ABC 17 News.
Thanks, Sarah. These will be suggestions, and university administration will have the final say on what new or old policies are affected.